Coach.
I guess, what have you seen from Will Shepherd during this camp so far?
Man, I've seen progression. I think going into fall camp, the challenge was, hey, what are the small details? What are the things that we can work on for you to get better? And I'm starting to see that out there. Just the detail in his routes, just his mental approach, the way he's approaching practice every single day. And again, I mean, you're always going to see him make plays and those things there, but just the consistency he's building on that.
Kind of expanding on that, I was kind of watching practice and saw him kind of following you around a little bit.
Yeah.
He seems, I don't want to say anxious, but there seems to be a sort of a deliberate attitude about the way he approaches practice, and obviously that's translated in the games prior to that. Talk a little bit about what you've seen, what kind of growth you've seen in him, going into this year, knowing that he can put up big numbers and teams are going to be kind of focused.
I think again, just going into fall camp, we wanted to communicate more. And I think when you see him moving around with me and kind of in my ear, it's the communication piece. It's him, whether he's in or he's on the sideline, he's communicating what he's seeing. I mean, not only the communication between me and him on the sideline, but also the rest of the receiver group, and helping other guys out and understanding that, what we're trying to do is build depth in our room. We're going to need everybody to do that.
This is your first year as a receiver.
Last year was my first season. Yeah, so I'm going
to talk a little bit about, developing that relationship over the last couple of years with him. Because this is a kid that, when Coach Mason left, he could have went somewhere else.
Absolutely.
Stayed here.
Yeah.
I guess what's that say about him? What's that say about the continuing development in your relationship with him?
Absolutely. It's saying a lot about just, his investment here at this place. Him wanting to be here, but then also just his belief in what we're doing. I actually feel it's great for me because this is truly the first time that he's had a receiver coach for consecutive years. He was recruited by a different guy, and every year he had some new position coach, and so this year he's able to benefit off of that. Just the continuity, the consistency in the language, the expectations are consistent, so that just allows him to, and then again when you build that trust, I think there's trust there. I think he trusts what we're doing. He trusts me, what I'm asking of him, and then which allows him to go play on the field.
What are the kind of realistic expectations of him this year? It's coming into this year, with this offense and him having a couple of years now in this offense. What realistically is the ceiling for him?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you can put a number on it, but I think for him it's just consistency in his play, down in and down out. He's going to have to be effective, obviously, when he gets an opportunity to make a play, but also just, what is his effectiveness when he doesn't have the ball? How is he affecting the defense when he's not getting the ball? And then the other piece of it is how can he bring along our group? So those are the things that he's focusing on.
London, it seems like from the first practice to this week, he has really improved. What do you think that has allowed him to make strides in only a week, basically?
I say it's mindset. I think a lot of people, it's easy to see if you're out here at practice, you know that he can run. Those are one of his strong attributes. That he can run, but just his mindset, his approach. He wants to play, and he's showing it with the way that he shows up in meetings, the way he's paying attention in those meetings, and also just with the way he's taking the coaching. And then obviously when he gets out there on the field, he's going to go as hard as he can. And if he makes a mistake, he'll go get coached up, and then he'll work to not make that same mistake twice. So I would say that it's just his mindset, the way he's approaching everything, which is allowing him to make plays out.
For him, is it learning how to set up DBs with his, the threat of his speed to, I guess he's always been able to run go-routes, but I imagine it seems like he's figuring out how to do everything else.
It's all of that. He got a lot to learn, what I'm saying? Obviously he's going to feel more comfortable going down the field and challenging the DBs, down the field. But, coming into it again, he knew that he's going to have to focus on the details. He's going to have to learn how to, obviously learn what we're doing offensively, our language, learn our concepts and see how he fits there. But I would say it's a lot that he has to work on, and he's really attacking it, and I love it.
Will told me at SEC Media Days that this group is kind of being slept on a little bit, and he feels like they have something to prove. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I do. I think there's a lot of talent. I also think, too, we got to step up and show everybody, I do think our guys are coming out with a chip on their shoulder, and you know, obviously they want to help our team win and do whatever we need to do to make that happen.
It feels like Jaden has gotten a little bit more versatile with some of his routes and where he's being placed on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Is that something kind of a challenge you guys have forced on him?
Yeah, well, again, I mean, he's able to do that because he's smart. He's one of the smarter guys in our room. He can sit there and tell you every route that everybody needs to run. He can identify coverage. And so, again, from him, he got a lot of experience last year on the playing field. And him taking that next step is just using that experience that he gained from last season, and you know, allowing us to move him around and put him in different spots where he can make plays for us.
How do you think Junior Sherrill is adapting to culture?
I'm extremely pleased with him as well. Him and London, again, I think, you know, obviously we know they're talented. That's why we recruited him and wanted him here. But again, just his mindset as well. Like he's coming in every single day with an open mindset, looking to learn, looking to get better. And anytime he gets a chance to make a play, he goes out and make it. So just, you know, I mean, the same way I feel about London from a mindset standpoint, just the way they handle themselves. They don't act like freshmen. You know what I mean? And I love that about them.
Good. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.